Hello, welcome to Hollenbeck Unleashed in association with Dukascopy TV. Today's topic will be a way forward for Greece. The current Greek crisis is actually exposing the elephant in the room. A worldwide problem getting progressively worse by the day. A problem that has plagued developed economies for the last 2 centuries. A problem currently metastasizing into a full-blown cancer before our eyes. Fraudulent fractional reserve banking. The recent ECB's decision to limit liquidity to Greek banks and then force them to go cold turkey at the end of the month has put the Greek government between a rock and a hard place. Rumors of a Greek exit has caused bank withdrawals to skyrocket. Over 10 billion euros were actually withdrawn from Greek banks in January. The problem is that these fractionally reserved Greek banks do not have the money. Current non-performing bank loans in Greece are nearly 40%, and banks hold a large amount of high-risk government debt. Despite rumors in the press, there are no European mechanisms to force Greece out of the euro. Greece would then have to be the ones to decide to leave. Current wisdom is that a bank run would force Greece to return to the drachma. Although this is a possibility, it is not a foregone conclusion. Even if Greece defaulted, it would still probably have a large euro debt, which probably could not be financed with greatly devalued new drachmas. Greece needs a plan to stay in the euro, but also needs significant debt relief. What should Greece do? Sometimes you have to consider the impossible to make the possible evident. Greece should default on as much debt as possible. There is really no benefit to having Greece meet the EU halfway. Greece would then have to nationalize the few remaining banks. This is not a big deal since Greece is already a large part owner of these technically bankrupt banks. To meet withdrawals, Greece would then have to run large budget surpluses. To do this, they would have to, for example, cut government salaries above 1,500 euros per month by 50%. For example, Parliament employees currently make about 3,000 euros net, and this doesn't include bonuses and additional advantages. According to the budget of the National Assembly, the 15th and 16th month's salaries for these employees in 2011 cost Greece 16.9 billion euros. The next step would be for Greece to convert banks into deposit institutions. Assets currently held by banks would be sold off. The model of such institutions would be like storage facilities where you charge a fee for the storage of items such as furniture. However, 100% equity finance loan banking should be open to competition. Putting money in a loan bank should be like putting money in the stock market. You know that you can lose everything. Such banks, or what we can call investments trusts, would be like any other business and would not need any more special regulation than the makers of potato chips. Ultimately, Greece needs to leave the euro. Current monetary policy in Europe is reckless, and a storm is brewing, making it highly probable that Europe will try to print its way out of the problem. History is littered with examples of countries who tried to defy the law of scarcity by printing intrinsically worthless pieces of paper. It took nearly 40 years for France to recuperate from the hyperinflation between 1790 and 1797. The hyperinflation in Germany between 1921 and 1923 created the political vacuum that led to one of mankind's worst nightmares. For the sake of future generations, Greece should also fix its currency to gold. Gold has many drawbacks, but gold's primary advantage makes all these drawbacks moot. The most important aspect of a gold standard is that it constrains current and future governments from using the printing presses to finance government expenditures. In a relatively short period of time, Greece could go from being the example to avoid to an example to emulate. Greece also needs to dismantle its rampant crony capitalism and replace it with true capitalism. No one should be given special government privileges to be shielded from the forces of competition. With such an economic structure, Greece would benefit from long-term economic and financial stability. Greece once led other countries out of barbarism. Greece could lead them again out of the quagmire of our current economic system based on fraud and cronyism. A system plagued with incessant booms and busts causing so much hardship for so many. Thank you for watching Hollenbeck Unleashed in association with Dukascopy TV. Next week, we'll discuss another hot topic in the press.